I live inside my own world of make-believe.
Welcome fellow Fusioners, Character King here, and today we are playing Bujins. I spent a few days actually making this deck. This is the deck I focused on the most when the Xyz World launched, and it is a very fun deck, has a lot of strengths to it. I've seen a lot of other decks slightly around that have been running a slightly different version. They have been using Light Sworns. I think Light Sworns are fantastic because they help you get your Harame on the field easier, so you can easily summon your Susanoo. The only other way you can play it is you can run the Fox, the Bujin Fox, which will let you use right away your Bujin Carnation, and just kind of turn to get a Synchro or Xyz monster. But this one can get an Xyz monster pretty decently. We are running Spell Specialist, so you will open either a Ties, Into the Void, Charge, Bujin Carnation, or Soul Recharge at a higher chance. We're running 3 of the one that we want to run more. Charge is limited to past the ban list, so we're only running 2 of that one. And so basically what we want to do is get a card in the graveyard, a Bujin, that we can banish for Harame to summon, and get another Bujin on the field that we can Xyz summon into our Susanoo. Susanoo is a fantastic win condition and a fantastic boss monster overall. We got 2 Xyz Bujins, which are very effective and very good overall. So we basically run down the Bujins first, and we'll go over the extra deck. You have the normal Bujins, which you need a Beast Warrior Bujin monster on the field, and they can use the effects of your Bujins in the graveyard, off them being on the field, or your Bujins in hand. So basically, Crane is a hand trap that will double the attack of a Bujin Beast Warrior in the damage calculation. So you can get past a lot of effects that work in the damage step and boost and be very powerful. The cool thing about the Xyz monsters is Susanoo was 2400, so you double that. He's a 4800 beat stick. That is very big and very intimidating. Besides that, the other Bujins we have are Bujin Harame, who can basically, you can special summon this card by banishing a Bujin monster from your graveyard and summon it to the field. If this card with summoned this way is destroyed by your opponent's card effect or by battle and sent from your side of the field to the graveyard, both players have the and if both players have a hand, you can discard 1 card and your opponent discards 1 card. So basically you just force them both to discard. That's not as relevant, can come up once in a while. But usually you're just using this for Xyz summon. One thing to note, your Beast Warrior Bujins, you can only control 1 of each one. So Harame you can summon, but you can't summon a second one if you have a second one in hand until you get rid of the first one. So you can just Xyz that off, and then you can go into a second Bujin Harame. You'll sometimes search it off Susanoo to get on the field for extra damage, which is really nice overall. Next one we have is Mitsuzuchi. This one has it where if your other Bujin uses defect, usually your Yamato, I should probably go this first. Yamato is your main one. On the field during your end phase, you can add a Bujin card to your hand and discard a card from your hand to the graveyard. So let's say you get your main effects like your Yugioh in the graveyard, or you can add a card like Crane to your hand as a hand trap and discard a different card entirely, because your Wolf's usually useless in hand unless you want to use your Solar Recharge. You can discard that if you want to keep a Crane in your hand instead. So besides that, we have the, Harame can do its effect. It's Mikazuchi. Mikazuchi, if the Beast Warrior Bujin is destroyed by battle card effect and is sent to the graveyard, you can summon this from the hand, so you can just always keep one on the field if this is in the hand. Then once returned during the end phase, if a Bujin monster's effect activates, you can add a Bujin spell or trap from your deck to your hand, so you instantly search your Bujin Carnation, which works very well if you lose your whole board. The last main Bujin Beast Warrior is Bujin Asuda, or if another Bujin uses, if a Bujin from your graveyard is banished, so they use one of their effects, or you banish it for your Harame, you can special summon it into defense on your field, and then basically if another Bujin uses its effect, or actually if a Bujin card was added from your deck to your hand, so usually, I thought of effect because of Yamato usually is when it applies. When another Bujin is added from your deck to your hand, you can draw a card, then discard 1 card. So he helps you do a whole combo. So the cool thing about that is Ties of the Brethren. Pay half your life points to about 2,000. Target a level 4 or lower monster you control, so your Yamato, or any of these other ones, your Mitsuzuki, or your Asurata. And basically you can special summon 2 monsters of the same type, level, and attribute, so all of them apply. but you can't battle that turn. So basically you'll do that where you have your Yamato, summon it, use ties, you'll summon out your Mitsuzuki and your Arasuda onto your field. You'll get a +1, you'll add a Bujin card, discard it, draw or search your Bujin carnation, and then you'll draw a card to discard a card. So you get like 3 cards advantage-wise by using the ties combo. And the cool thing about that is you basically have protection because you have things that will attack over your opponent's things. Crane can boost double your attack, and Hair can protect it from one battle or card effect. So it's like you have a lot of ways to protect your guys during that turn because you search so many cards. And then besides that, so the one thing about it is you may think, oh, if I draw my Mitsuzuki and my Asurada, these names are confusing. If you draw both of those, you can't use your ties. No, because you have Wolf. Wolf can actually be counted as a Beast Warrior, light, level 4. So if you are missing one of your targets, you can summon him from your deck, so the card is not dead most of the time. You would need to draw all of your Yamatos, all of your Beast, and probably one of your Mitsuzuki. You need to draw a lot of cards for it to work that way. So we are running the Charge, which can search the Lumina, which Lumina is pretty good because you can summon her if you have a Wolf or something in the graveyard that you really need to affect. You can actually discard a Bujin card to be able to summon your Wolf or something, and then you can banish it to summon your Hiruume. Because Hiruume needs something in the graveyard to be able to summon itself, so you have to work around getting that to the graveyard. And then usually you'll go into your Tsukuyomi, because Tsukuyomi just requires lights, where your Susanoo requires Bujins. This is a very long explanation, a lot of cards. Let's see, so besides that, so yeah, the cool thing about the your Wolf will summon when it's milled from your deck to your graveyard by card effect. So that's either your Charge, that's your Solar Recharge, or your Raiden. Because your Raiden can just summon and mill 2 cards. You can summon a Wolf off that effect, and then you can Xyz summon after that point into anything. You can do anything except for your Susanoo. If you mill like double Wolf, you can do Delta Roast sometimes. But usually you're going to go into your Tsukuyomi unless you don't need to. Or you can go into something like Utopia or Zubaba General. Running Zubaba General because Raiden is a warrior type monster, so the effect is applicable at times because you can search it very easily. So you'll usually have one in the hand. And then besides that, so I'm going to go over the Bujin effects. Crane will double by discarding your Bujin's original attack. So that's one thing to take note. It doubles the original attack, so if your opponent lowers your attack, or you try to boost it with something like Yugioh, it will not apply. It will only do the Crane effect to double your attack. So you want to make sure your Crane is the only one you're using if you're trying to affect your attack points. Because it doesn't care about its other attack buffs. Basically is the best way to put that. Besides that, we have, let's see here, so Hair can banish itself from the graveyard to either protect a monster from one destruction once, or battle once, which is pretty nice. Your Yugioh can banish itself from the graveyard to protect for a Bujin Beast Warrior during the damage step, where you can basically have it where it gains attack equal to the current attack of the opponent's monster until the end of the damage step, and then all the battle damage your opponent takes from that battle is halved, so they take not as much damage, but you can get over a lot of things with that. So it's very effective, very defensive, and very good overall. You can try to run 2 of those if you need to. I was running 2 before, but 1 just for more consistency is how I decided to switch to. And then we have our Bujinji Centipede, which can banish to destroy a back row. It's searchable, so we're running 1. Okay, so besides that, we have Solar Recharge mills things. Bujin Carnation. Bujin Carnation basically has the effect where if your opponent controls a monster, and you control no monsters, you can target 1 monster from your grave, 1 that's banished, so you just apply your normal effects. And you can actually have it set up for if you lose your board, you can use this very easily. You can special summon 1 that was banished and 1 from your graveyard, and you're able to Xyz of those monsters. They cannot be used for Xyz material except for the Xyz summon of a Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast type monster, and there's no other restriction, so it's a very good way. You can even just keep the monsters for battling. It's a very good recovery card overall. So extra deck we're running Stardust, Spark Dragon, because if we get a Raiden and a Wolf, we can make it, we can do protection, protect our things that we want to protect. It's a nice synchro to have ability to summon. We have level 4s, so it works out pretty well. We're doing Fortune Lady every, so we have a way to deal with Cocytus. We can always use the Lumina with a Raiden, summon it, banish one thing. We can summon it back once with one Lumina. That's the only spellcaster we have, so we're able to summon it back at least one time. As Yubaba General can equip the Warrior, boosted by its attack by detaching one material. Utopia can negate attacks. Delta Rose can remove one to pop a card. Requires 3 level 4s. Bujin Talti Tsukiyomi. So Tsukiyomi is the one you're going to summon if you use anything that's not just 2 Bujins. If you have 2 Bujins, you're summoning Susanoo. If you just have your, say you have Yamato and a wolf because you milled it, you will go into your Tsukiyomi, which has the effect, it just requires 2 level 4 light monsters, which is your entire deck. It has the effect where once per turn you can attach 1 XYZ material. From this card, send your entire hand to the graveyard, minimum 1, so you can set all your back row if you have it, like you can set your spells, have 1 card in hand, and you can use the effect to discard it. Then if you do, you draw 2 cards. And that has the effect also when this card you control it leaves, will face up in the field, leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, not battle, just card effect. You can target 1 level 4 Beast Warrior type Bujin monster in your graveyard, up to the number of XYZ materials this card had on the field, and special summon those targets. So if it has 2, you can summon 2, 1, you can summon 1. And you can only control 1 of Tsukiyomi. And then the main boss monster, which makes this deck actually very threatening on the ladder. If you run into this one, you be careful of this card specifically. I don't think this deck is top tier breaking quality, but it can win. It reminds me of Super Heavy Samurai, where it can just pull wins that way because it has such a strong game plan, but doesn't have the most consistent usability against the full broad spectrum of everything. So especially since more negations, the worse this deck does. So it requires 2 level 4 Bujins, so that will probably be your Hirame and a Yamato, or you can do Hirame and a Hare, or any of your discardable ones you can make into your Susanoo. Susanoo can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. So one thing to take note, when you use your Sinyo's effect to raise the attack by your opponent's attack, or you use your Crane to double your attack points, it only applies for the one battle. So if you're attacking multiple monsters, do not lose because you try to kill both of them, and don't think about and expect them to be a booster for both attacks. Only boost for one for your Crane. So it can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. So if they summon a new one, you can attack it. Summon a new one, you can attack it. You can keep attacking. Then once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, take 1 Bujin monster from your deck, and either add it to your hand so you can search your Crane, or send it to the graveyard. So you can either set up your graveyard or add it to your hand. I usually will search for Crane for more damage, or I will search for my Hirame so I can summon another 2000 beatstick monster alongside my Susanoo and have a lot more damage for pressing for lethal. If I already have Crane, I can do that. If not, Hirame is really good overall for that. And the cool thing about this is it requires 2 Bujins, but if you use your Tides of the Brethren and live for a turn, you can just XYZ into it right away, search a Crane, do a lot of damage. Well, that's the deck overall. This is a long explanation. The deck is very complicated, has a lot of things you can do, and it's fun. We have XYZs in the game, so make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what kind of decks you want to see in the future. I'm going to be trying to farm that Gagaga skill because it is very good with the skill, very not without it. Alrighty, well, appreciate you guys. That's the deck. Now the gameplay. Already going first. Zane Truesdale. So we got Crane, which is really nice. We can actually do a pretty good play here. We'll summon Mitsuzuki-chi and activate Ties. We don't run back row, so we're not too scared of Cyber Dragons. So we can summon a Yamato, an Asrata, Arasuda. And we just end turn, apply all the effects. So I think we want to definitely want to make sure we get Hair, so we can dodge a overflow to a degree. This will search our Bujin Carnation. And then we will draw and discard Centipede. If you draw a Light Sworn, Solar Recharge is worth having. Bujin Incarnation is good if he finds a way to wipe our whole board. And Crane just protects us from the play we don't want to deal with the triple attacker. Chimera Tech Rampage. We can use the hair for one battle, but I'd rather use it for a bigger problem. Actually, Cyber End Dragon would be more problematic. Because we could not die to it, but I guess it wouldn't be too much of a problem. This is where we needed the blue one, but... Yep, 1, 2, 3. Cyber End Dragon. Okay. Yeah, this is... It's okay, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, this is fine. Ooh, double back row, really? Scary. No, this is fine, though. We're fine. Yeah, just don't die. That's the goal. He doesn't have any engrave, so I think we're still fine. Illumina. Everything engrave? Yeah, let's Xyz summon first. What looks better? Probably, yeah, just go Susanoo. Always Susanoo. Xyz summon. I like how, not for Bujins, but it says, like, the number. If you're running a number monster. Like, 25 and Utopia both do it. Let's see here. So, let's Centipede the center. Cosmic Cyclone? We don't care about that. Let's see here. So, I guess I don't mill it. I want to use Susanoo first. Because I only have one Crane left in deck. I want to make sure I draw it. Solar Recharge. I kind of want to save this. Yeah, I don't have an engrave. Well, I guess we'll use it. Why not? See if we can draw another Bujin. There we go. More stuff. Can we mill a wolf? Please. Please. Let's see here. So, I guess we summon Raiden. Activate Raiden. Can we mill a wolf? Wolf, please. Thank you. There we go. We got a wolf. We have 3 in the deck, and we just need to mill one. So we want to summon... Actually, Utopia sounds pretty nice right now. Because, like, Utopia is still lethal, and then if he summons something later, we can always negate the attack, so he has to actually destroy our guy. So I kind of like that play there. So we'll battle, and then Susanoo will attack. He has to respond in the damage calc, which he cannot. And then Utopia. That's game. Unless he has something. Drowning, no. Basically. Cool. Alrighty, well. Susanoo is pretty good. If my life points weren't so low, I would have summoned Spark Dragon so I could protect one thing once per turn, so that'd been pretty good. Alrighty, well, works out pretty well. Next game. Already going first. So, let's see, we got Recharge. Do you want a wolf? Oof. I don't see any Bujins. There we go. We've just sent spells to the grave. We don't have any Bujins at all. We're not a Bujin deck. Guess we're Synchro summoning. It's Forge Steady every. We have a crane, but that doesn't mean much. Ooh. Satellar Knights. Add one from deck to hand. Okay. So we're going to search and then probably summon from hand. Yep, you want to summon. He doesn't have one in grave, so the most he can do is 4, I think. Yeah, Altera can summon from grave, but there's nothing in grave. That's sort of like if the Skybridge actually sent to grave instead of shuffling back in the deck, it'd be so good. Like Satellar Knight's biggest problem is they end on 2. I guess I get negated. Treacherous, okay. Well. Well. I don't have any Bujins in grave. If I had one Bujin in grave, this would be a lot different. Oh! Wait, I thought he was 17. No! I messed up. He was 17, I just do fine there. I messed up. Guess he was getting Delta Roast. Vega summon from hand. Delta Roast pop 1. I mean, I can summon my Hirume next turn. I can summon my guy back. And he didn't attack. Or Xyz summon. Cool. Cool, Asrata too. So we have an Xyz summon either way. We don't care about that. That's not a problem. That was not anything we were worried about. So, guess we summon this. Then we can Susanoo. This is working out pretty well. What should we add? Detach Crane. We've already normal summoned, I believe. I think just adding Crane's probably the best play. Or actually, probably Hair. Hair to Graveyard. Actually, I'm not too sure about that now. It's okay, his card advantage is so low. We're fine. We just kill this. Attack directly. And we're good. Our goal with Hair is to keep a monster on the board so we don't just lose. We'll protect the one that we need to from battle, not from the card effect. Oof. Here we go. Now we got Deltaros. Vega will summon from hand. You have one hand, right? He doesn't? Oh no. Oh no. There we go. Tsukiyomi, okay. Okay. Alright, alright. Ah. He's like, now I have back row. So... let's use this right away. There we go. He's protected for the rest of the turn. So even if he gets negated, I will not lose him. That's what I'm trying to do right there. Oof. Okay. There's a play. I mean, I guess I can't overlay that. Yeah, Tsukuyomi sounds pretty good. Kind of regretting not having a second Susanoo though. Oh god. That's trash. He top decked into double Fiendish Chain. What is this? What actually is this? He Tsukuyomi'd into double Fiendish Chain. Sure. Clear my board. This adds to hand, so it ends turn probably. Oh no, shuffles back in the deck. I mean, he just may deck out at this point. With this on his board, Tsukuyomi, he's never going to summon Deltaros until I kill it. Yeah, deck out. Okay, cool. Okay, he's gonna end turn? Sure. Should I just crash this? Also have Engrave. Maybe just set it. Set pass. I guess my strategy now is deck him out. He's drawn so many times, he'll duck out. Okay. Is he gonna crash into my main guy? Trying to like open up a spot for his Deltaros? That'd be funny. That'd be very funny. I mean, Deltaros would be pretty good. Oh no, he's going for that one. Cool. Why do I have wolves? What is this? I don't know, I'm just trying to keep his monsters down, I guess. Sure. Draw more cards. Doesn't help my strategy at all. I mean, if we were to like go for Utopia, Zubaba General, actually, that's pretty scary. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Oh, he messed up. Oh, he messed up. He messed up. He messed up. He attacked the wrong order. You have to kill the Beast Warrior before you kill the Beast. What's look threatening. Look threatening. That's my game plan. Look threatening and stall. He put the defense. That means he's not attacking. Yay. Might as well, right? Yep, that's fine. I mean, he has to win next turn or he loses. But we do show we don't have a crane, so maybe that will, like, inspire him. But he's used, like, all of his Constellars. I don't think he has any more. Oh, Vega. Okay. But he needs to win this turn. He used General, so I don't have to worry about the damage from that. He can Cowboy. He can't attack over with his Tsukuyomi too. Cowboy. There we go. Cowboy attack position. Okay, fancy. Does he have a back where they can... That's fine. Does he have a back where they can do anything is the question. Does not look like it. And I win. Cool. Long game. No purpose. Can't Bujin Carnation. Your turn. You sowed your own defeat. You had ways to beat me. You had two guys locked down. All you need to do is crash your Tsukuyomi, summon Deltaros, and then you win. And he just wouldn't do it. So, his fault he lost, so I decked him out. Alrighty. Next game. Already going second. What is this? What is this brick? What's funny is if I draw any of my Beast Warriors, it's not a wolf. I basically can make this playable. Circle. Never mind. I just lose if he has the 3 cards. I lose because all he has to do is banish my ties target. You might have it. Centipede. Sure, let's do it. I don't feel a response. Let's just... We're using ties on Centipede. This doesn't do anything now, but it does next turn. Oh, we don't run Turtle anymore. Turtle. We might. No. It's more than one way you can use it. So he's got Rod. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything I can... Oh, he can attack over my guy. He can attack over Sinyo. That actually hurts. So he's got the navigation. Yep, that hurts. I just kind of want Deltaros. Let's Tsukuyomi. We don't use many spells and trap effects, and we have a decent... Okay, he's not doing anything. Not doing anything. That's good, that's good, that's good. Let's see, Bujin, Crane, 2 hand. Alright, this is good, this is good. Then we want to... Centipede... Circle. Yeah. He doesn't have a response, though. It's kind of worrisome. That means navigation's not live. I guess we just, yeah, Crane. Double my attack. And Yamato. Woo! Alrighty. Worked out pretty well. One thing you have to be careful if you want to run this deck. It does lose to back row very heavily if you go second. So you do have to be careful, because if you summon and try to use your ties, that's when they can actually interrupt you. That's when they can Raigeki break you, Econ take, Karma cut. So the deck's very susceptible if you try to use that part of it. You can use other ways to Synchro summon, or Xyz summon, so it's not the worst overall, but your specific ties of the Brethren, which happen to be drawing during these clips, is a lot worse scoping second against a lot of decks on the ladder. Alrighty, well, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what kind of decks you want to see in the future. I'm going to be looking through some of the other decks and see what decks benefit the most from Xyz summoning. Try to make probably a Thunder Dragon deck using the Force Focus, number 25. I really like number 25. Alrighty, well, I appreciate you guys. Keep fusioning. Let's go Slash.